Today's class. Black Edomites and their true complexion exposed. No more lies, Israelites. Bring it out.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Giving out praise to the Most High and the Son, Yahushua. What I want to do is bring the information. It's going to be a lot of information. Dealing with this subject matter, I think it is too much exposure to it. And when you examine it, his name is only mentioned once in the New Testament. So put this to bed. These are dealing with spirits. When you really examine Esau and Jacob, it's just a part of the history. And it's an example for us not to follow. It is not for us to be out there in the street corners teaching Jacob and Esau. We're supposed to be out there trying to bring people back to life with information and knowledge of the Messiah. But let's go to John 8 and 32.
St. John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
And this information that's coming out, the truth of the doctrines, of the information, a lot of times you'll find out Israel still corner-minded. They come out of the churches, then they come in under the One West. They come in and they study being brainwashed. This has not been about Christ. I'm here to bring the information so people know the truth through the Messiah. And this here is no game. You're going to find out today that some of y'all out there, some of y'all in here still have that spirit on you. Which spirit do you have, the righteous or the unrighteous? You can't just be half bottle full. That's why I say you can't put that old person into a new bottle, man. It's going to be destroyed. Right. I know y'all want to get into all that stuff. I just want to stay on topic, man, about just coming in as a Pharisee. I was taught by Pharisees. And I know people's going to hate that. But when you go out there, I felt like I had the spirit of Saul, and one thing that happened was the bishop, he had started teaching. Somebody called me one day and they was like, did you hear the class Bishop taught? I said, no, show me what you're talking about. So I went back and checked it out, and then it enlightened me. I was on the wrong path, and I started to really dive into the scriptures even more to see why was I on that path. But when I started learning this, because I had been saying that so-called white folks, any nation can come into our school if they want to learn, but I wasn't all the way there as I am today. So I just started changing, spiritually, man, because, all the hatred, that's why we pull off the street. We come out the streets. We want to reset things and get things back to where it should be. We don't call it camp. We don't go out there no camp mode no more. We go out there and we go walking and talking to the people, man, and trying to build them to Christ. That's all we do today. So we'll be back out there. Y'all will see us back out there, but it won't be in that form. But I tell you what, if you come out there with that trip, and I still know them precepts, so I light them up out there.
Shalom, shalom, Israel, coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. First off, giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth, with truth and sincerity. May you be the elect. Shalom to all the Akim and the Aqua out there listening and learning. You Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanic, Native, and Seminole Indians, who are the true children of Israel, as well as you speckled bird, Israelite foreigners, the Israelites that look like, act like, and take on the customs of all these heathen nations. So to you, I say shalom, and may you be the elect. This lesson is brought to you by the Spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Yahweh being the true name of our fathers, the God of the Bible, the God of the Israelites, Bahashim meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the only begotten Son of Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls by the name of JC. You saw the small clip, man. One body is losing it, man. One down, many to go. All right? One body's going off. You got Genesis going off. You got Sakari. Ain't nothing need to be said about that whole situation. All right. All these other camps that have come and gone. All right. Sons of Thunder, IUIC, smoked. ISUPK, all these camps, man. They smoked, man. HOI, they threw, man. All right. The Lord is only dealing with a small group. All right. And that's namely them of Great Millstone. All right. The whole world is knowing and understanding this. All right. So again, going back to the topic, you got this one body. One body. I think back in the day, there were one body, Yahushai. And, but these guys talking about, you heard he said, oh, yeah, we invite, white people, any nation to come to the class and learn. What are you talking about? And what really set me off is him talking about, oh, we ain't going to be out there camping. What are you talking about? What are you doing? How are you supposed to reach anybody if you ain't out there on the street corners prophesying? I mean, yeah, you could do it by the way of the internet, but they didn't have internet back in the day. They went out and did it the proper way, out on the highways and the byways, like the scriptures teach us to do. Oh, let's put this to bed. Esau was only mentioned in the Bible in the New Testament one time. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about, man? That's old news. It don't need to be. What are you talking about? How the fuck is Israel supposed to know who the enemies are if we don't teach them? Dumbass. Without any further ado, all right, because that video took up quite a few minutes. A waste of time, but it's for edification's sake. So, had to suffer through it. Y'all got to suffer through it just to see, and understand what's going on with that particular camp. All right. But anyways, title is this video is one body need to be put to bed. He talking about let's lay this to bed. This whole situation with Esau. No, y'all need to be laid to bed. Go to sleep. Turn over and go to sleep. Before I give you something to cry about type shit. This is John 8:32. This is one of the first scriptures that he mentioned in this video. This is John 8:32. And it reads, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So he said this, but clearly he doesn't believe it, because he said that the whole situation with Esau need to be put to bed, put to rest. How the fuck is Israel supposed to know about Esau if we don't teach about him? The truth shall set you free. Right? The truth shall make you free. So how are they supposed to be knowing about Esau if you don't teach about it? But yet you brought out John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth. How they going to know the truth if you don't teach it? How they going to know the truth if you ain't out there camping? Y'all smoke, man. John 8:32 again. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So they brought it out, but they clearly don't believe. And, they just said it just to say it because they didn't stand by it. You heard the video. Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, to learn who our enemies are, to learn who our neighbors are. When it says love thy neighbor, who is our neighbor? The other Israelites. Of the Negroes, Hispanic, the Native and Seminole Indians. Those are our people. Those are our neighbors. Okay? Yeah, but you got the neighboring countries right next. No. We don't love them. They're all enemies. They had us in captivity, dumbass. Why would you be friends with somebody that had you in captivity? All right. For whatsoever things, Romans 15:4, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. You ain't gonna have no hope if you just out there and not knowing what your purpose is in life, who your true God is, your true power is, who your enemies are, who your friends are, who your family is. You ain't gonna know none of that. You're just gonna be out there lost in the sauce, hoping one day that the some insight falls in your lap, so to say. So the scriptures has all different kinds of accounts, all different kinds of things to go into when if you come across a situation. That's why the scriptures is of comfort, because every answer that we may need is there. Okay? Just like knowing about Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Yes, our enemy. He's not our friend. Look throughout history, here in America. Tell me, when did he ever become your friend? Y'all just gonna pretend from the 1950s and back never existed, right? Y'all, your great grandfather got hung in a tree, but you just gonna pretend like that didn't exist, right? Your great uncle Carlito, all right, hung in a tree and burned alive. You just gonna pretend that didn't exist, right? How the so-called Native Americans, all right, roamed all over America. Then these devils gonna come through and not where they at. Little small pockets on reservations. But you gonna just pretend like that don't exist, right? They your friends, right? Come on, man. Get real, man. The Lord ain't even fucking with them. One body. He said all nations can come learn. How the fuck? All nations can come learn, he says. I mean, the only ones that's going to know this information are the Israelites. 2nd Ezra 3:36. Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. What are you talking about? All the nations can come learn? Where do you get that from? Where did you ever see that? I'm sorry. Did Yahweh Shai have anybody that's not Israelites in the camp? Were not all his disciples? Were they not all Israelites? Him coming back, okay? Him coming back. Who is he coming for? He's coming for the Israelites. So, what would be the purpose of all these other these other nations being able to learn if they're not going to get salvation? Yeah, y'all can come learn, but that's where the buck stops there. Y'all, you on your own after. You're gonna learn this, okay? We're gonna let you learn it, but you don't get no salvation. But here, learn all you want. What are you talking about? You just sound foolish at this point, man. It's like y'all out there fishing. Whatever little fucking money bag Esau throw y'all nibble that shit up and go teach bullshit. Oh, nations come learn. Shut the fuck up, man. See, and that's why the Lord gonna come smoke you fucking niggers, man. All right? Because you leading our people astray. Yeah, don't go out. Don't. Now, granted, we don't go out there and we don't be sitting there berating the self-proclaimed white man. We don't go out, yeah, fuck you, yo. We ain't doing all that. We don't need to do all that. They spirit reveal itself, man. Okay? And then, not only that, you cannot go off appearance. What do you think speckled birds is, man? You got a lot of Israelites that look like other nations of people. You got a lot of Israelites that might look like, I ain't gonna say might, that definitely do look like a so-called white man. You don't judge appearance, man. You judge the spirit. Okay? But here it is, all nations can come learn. What are you talking about? There's no point for them to learn all this information if they're just gonna end up getting destroyed, being put in captivity. Here, learn what y'all about to go through. What? Oh my gosh, man. So yeah, All nations come learn. Where you get that from, man? What part of the Bible did you get that from? Again, 2 Ezra 3 and 36, getting straight to the point. Thou shalt find that Israel by name have kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. The heathen not going to be able to understand this. 2/3 of our people don't even get it, because they weren't made to get it. Neither do they care. The heathen definitely don't care. Foolish, man. Israel, 39 chapters. Yep. Let me get that real quick. I'll put that in there for a specific reason. Israel, yeah, all these other nations can come learn. All right, this is Isaiah 39. Hezekiah's foolish sin. And this is what it reminded me of when he said this. Isaiah 39 and 1. At that time, Moradach, Baladan, the son of Baladan, king of Babylon, sent letters as a present to Hezekiah, for he had heard that he had been sick and was recovered. And Hezekiah was glad of them, and showed them the house of his precious things, the silver and the gold and the spices and the precious ointment, and all the house of his armor, and all that was found in his treasures. There was nothing in his house, nor in all his dominion, that Hezekiah showed them not. Then came Isaiah the prophet unto King Hezekiah, and said unto him, What said these men? And from whence came they unto thee? Hey man, what they talking about? What they here for? What's going on? Right? And from whence came they unto thee? And Hezekiah said, They are come from a far country unto me, even from Babylon. Then said he, What have they seen in thine house? And Hezekiah answered, All that is in my house have they seen. There is nothing among my treasures that I have not shown them. All right. Why would you show your enemies? Let's say you go on a war with somebody, and you got the commanding officer coming up, right? He got his little white flag in his hand, right? Don't shoot me. I'm just here to make peace. I'm just here to make a talk. Maybe we can make a trade, make a deal, right? Then here it is. Oh yeah, come into the war room. Hey, let me show you my battle plans. That's where all of our tanks are. That's where all of our planes are. This is all my troops. I got a lot of troops right here. Yeah, the enemy doesn't know it, but this is my reserve. This is the reserves. That's all I got left. But they don't need to know that. You dumbass. Why would you do? You are a foolish man. That's all I'm gonna say. And that was the point in Isaiah 39. This was the main thing that got me fried. No camping. We ain't gonna be doing no camping. Isaiah 6, I'm gonna read 9 through 12. And he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And and see ye indeed, but perceive not. All right? Go out there and prophesy, whether they hear or forbear, right? They gonna see you, but they don't see you. All right? They're not gonna be able to understand this word, right? Verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, right, which is their mind, and convert and be healed. Then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And Yahweh have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. Basically what? Prophesy until you get beamed up with them chariots. Or prophesy until you get destroyed. Either way, you supposed to be out there prophesying. Until the song is over with. 2 Timothy 4, I'm going to read 2 through 4, says, preach the word, be instant, in season, out of season. Reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned unto fables, like one body. We ain't gonna go out there and teach. I know it say, in season, out of season. I know it say that, but yeah, I know we talked about Esau in the past, but we ain't gonna be doing that no more. We're gonna be double-minded. We're gonna be unstable in all our ways. So y'all don't be brainwashed, right? Ain't that what he's talking about? They go out to be brainwashed. No, they gonna be brainwashed. Listen, your stupid ass, man. Turn on to fables. Turn on to one body with that foolishness, man. To reprobate minds, so that therefore creating more reprobate minds. Ultimately, that's the plan of Yahweh Shemel Shai if that happens. You see? Because at the end of the day, hey, we don't even care if you listen or not. Okay? It's up to the Lord to wake your ass up, not you fools. We out there walking, trying to wake people up. You ain't waking nobody up. The word, if it's meant for them to wake up, they will wake up through Yahweh Shemel Shai, not you turds. Proverb 1, I'm going to read 20 through 33. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the streets. What? Out on the highways and the hedges, teaching his word. Mister, I'm not camping. Wisdom crieth without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. How long y'all gonna keep being reprobate minds, man? How long y'all gonna keep being foolish? How long you gonna keep depending on Esau for the one of all things? When you gonna come back to your heritage? When you gonna know that you're an Israelite and act like an Israelite? When you gonna stop being a nigger? Okay? Verse 23. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called, and you refused. I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded. But ye have said at naught of my counsel, and would none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They would none of my counsel, they despise all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices. For the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. They want to listen to the great millstone. You want to listen to one body. Okay? You didn't want to listen to the truth. You wanted to hear the bullshit. All right? The Lord going to give you over to it. You don't want to listen to the truth? You want to rather listen to lies? Fine, so be it. When your fear come, when your destruction coming about on the way, hey, the Lord going to laugh at your ass, man. Lord, please, Lord, please. Nah, fuck that. You had the opportunity. You turn your shoulder. Verse 33, but whoso hearkeneth, right, whoever listens, but whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. See that? But no, we ain't gonna be doing no more camping. What? You going against the grain. Not only you gonna destroy yourself, you're gonna destroy your whole congregation. You're stopping people from being able to hear. You basically dropping the plow is what you're doing. Okay? You are not fit for the kingdom. Okay? We're not camping. That had me fried hearing that, man. What are you talking about? You know? So anyways, man, that's the point. These clowns, one body, they need to go ahead and just stop. Just sit down somewhere, enjoy the show, all right, and call it a day. And so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. Giving all praise, all honor, all glories to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rechah Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and the bishops of Great Millstone, and all the teachers out there pushing this word in truth. May you be of the elect. Y'all better stay prayed up. Repent. Abba Babal Kwame Yasharallah. Shalom.